Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about the veteran's dilemma, and that is over here that when you come over here, you're only going to get treated for service connections. Although, even if you're 100%, a lot of you guys are writing to me and saying that, if you're 100%, that's not true. You're going to get treated for everything. And I talked to one of the doctors at the VA clinic here, and she says if you're 100% and you come to the clinic, you're only going to get treated for, service-connected issues. Okay, so VA Manila is just for service connections. They will treat you for minor things if you go in there sometimes. Sometimes they won't. Most of the time they will just treat you for service-connected issues. That's it. There's been a lot of talk about people talking about going over to Guam. Okay, now Guam has this issue, that Guam is only a VA clinic. It's a VA clinic. It's the same thing as Manila. Now, will they treat you for everything over there? I'm not quite sure. But keep in mind, it's just a VA clinic, so they're not going to be doing heart operations or things like that over there. But I'm sure they can probably send you out, because it's the United States. I'm sure they can send you out to some hospital over there or whatever, or work with a military hospital maybe. I don't know how they work things over there. I'm just talking strictly about VA Manila. Now here's the other thing, is you could probably go up to Hawaii or something like that and get treatment up there. But here's the thing. Most of the time when, a lot of people are thinking of like their VA benefits almost like as an insurance policy, and it really isn't an insurance policy. They'll treat you in the United States for just about everything, because a lot of people have insurance, but if you don't have insurance, you have to meet certain criteria and stuff like that, and then they'll treat you. Okay, but here in the Philippines, you're going to need some sort of health insurance if you come over here, because the only thing you're going to get treated for at Manila, like I said, is service connections. And what they do is they outsource to a couple of hospitals, a few hospitals here with the FMP. And then you don't have to put up the money up front. Or you can go to a different hospital and you put up the money, and then you could bill FMP and they'll send you a check or whatever. FMP is the Foreign Medical Plan. So when you come over here, that's the way it works with treatment over here for your service-connected disabilities. If they can't do it in the clinic, they're going to send you out, and you're going to have to find a doctor, and you're going to have to do all that research and stuff yourself. So, you need to have somebody helping you to do that over here, like a girlfriend or whatever, or a friend to take you out and do all this stuff. And it can be kind of daunting sometimes because of the travel, et cetera, et cetera. Now, here's the other thing, okay? When you come over here, you can get health insurance over here. Then you're going to have to worry about pre-existing conditions. Okay, and pre-existing conditions with some insurances, you have to wait a year. And after that, they don't tell you whether you're really covered or not. They tell you, yeah, they might cover it, they might not. What kind of answer is that? It's not an answer. It's not an answer. You need to ask them and get a direct answer. And some insurance companies will start covering pre-existing conditions and stuff like that after a year. Okay, keep that in mind. They will cover it. So you want to get like a decent insurance over here if you have all kinds of health issues, because like I recommend the Pacific Cross Peso plan for people that don't have a lot of really bad health issues like heart issues, diabetes, stuff like that. I would get Pacific Cross, maybe get the Peso plan, and then when you hit like 62 and you're starting to get a little bit more sick, switch over, get a better plan. Okay, sometimes you have to plan this too, because when you switch over to another plan under the same company or something like that, some of these companies, they make you wait a year before they give you full coverage, because they're waiting to see if your pre-existing conditions pop up. So sometimes you might want to have like 2 policies during that year. You might want to go to another company, or have Phil Health. Phil Health only covers certain things. They have different packages, and some of those packages, as an expat, you cannot buy. But as a veteran over here, you have kind of limited choices as far as veterans health care, unless you fall into TRICARE. Then it's a totally different ballgame. That's for retired people. I'm talking about disabled vets without the retirement, that didn't retire. Okay, so you need to really sit down before you guys come over here and think that you're going to come over here and get full benefits, full care. Oh, I'm just going to live around, you know, the clinic. The clinic is very limited. A good place to live here for a veteran, and I tell people this, is live outside of Manila, south of Manila, and it's cheap. You go up to like Subic, Clark, gets a little bit more expensive. Yeah, it's a little bit more westernized, and yeah, there's a lot of guys up there that retired from the military. They're getting, you know, $3,000-4,000 a month with, you know, some of them have disability benefits, some of them have $5,000 and $6,000 a month or whatever, and plus Social Security or whatever. Those guys are living good, so they can afford that area. But some people that are disabled vets, just living off that, you know, before they collect their Social Security, you know, they're not getting a lot. So south of Manila might be the best place to go, like Cavite, General Trias, Das Marinas, areas like that. Batangas is good, and you're not really that far away. You're a little bit of a ride when you're down in Batangas to go up to VA Manila. You might have to get up early in the morning to go, but yeah, you can go. You know, Tracy Martirez, excellent place for veterans here because of the, you know, you could hop on a bus from here and it brings you up to Manila. Then you just jump in a cab and you go to VA Manila, or you can actually walk there in some cases where they drop you off. So, you know, the dilemma here is, do you want to come here? You know, do you want to give up your veterans medical care that you have in the United States? There are other choices too, guys, and that's this. You can go to Central America and be a hop, skip, and a jump away from the United States and still have the same thing that the Philippines offers, the nice tropical weather. I mean, I know a lot of guys coming over here for the women and stuff like that, for you know, they want to marry a Filipina and stuff, but Central America has some beautiful women down there too, and some of the women are actually really nice if you live in there. You know, and you might want to consider that. You know, you got Mexico, you got Costa Rica, you got Nicaragua, Panama, Belize, Guatemala. I wouldn't go to El Salvador, but, you know, and Guatemala's pretty safe in most areas. Okay, there's a lot of beautiful areas. The thing is, you might have to learn a little Spanish, you know, but in Belize, they speak English. So, guys, don't give up on other places. There are other places out there. You know, but if you are in Manila, you can fly to Hawaii if you have an issue with the VA. I guess you could go there. But you know, I think Guam is kind of out of the picture because it's just a clinic, unless they send you to a hospital. And it might be worth calling them guys to find out, answer all your questions. I can't answer all your questions because it would be going down a rabbit hole, guys. You have to do this research. You know, a lot of times people come to me and ask me all kinds of questions. Don't ask me questions on this, guys. Make the phone calls yourself. Okay, please don't put comments in the comment section on this one asking me all kinds of questions about VA questions. I'm not a professional on this. I'm telling you what I know from being here myself and what I've learned myself. I mean, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole on this here because there's so many daunting questions about, you know, coming over here, and people asking me about TRICARE and all that stuff. I don't have TRICARE. I can't answer those questions. You know, so that's my disclaimer, guys. But you know, you can call up Guam. I'm sure it's not a big deal to call them. Call up Guam and ask them how they work that over there with just a clinic. You know, because maybe they send you out to hospitals there. You know, if you go there from the Philippines or something like that. But obviously, you do want to have some medical care here, guys. So the insurance, you're definitely going to need it over here as a veteran. Okay, you definitely, and I want to really impress upon people that you have to have that emergency fund too, guys. You know, especially if you have an insurance that doesn't pay right away. The only one that I know that pays right away is the Pacific Cross Access Plan. I'm not sure if their dollar plan does pay, you know, with an access card or something like that. You may want to call them and ask them that question. I have Pacific Cross Peso, the Pacific Cross Peso plan. Okay, it gives me a card called the Access Card, and it pays right away. You know, and it pays for whatever they're supposed to cover for inpatient. Okay, outpatient is a whole different ball game. You have to cover that yourself and submit the bills. Okay, I don't know if the Access Card covers that stuff because I don't have outpatient right now. I did have it. I got rid of it. Now I'm thinking about getting it again because the last time I went into the emergency room, they didn't They didn't admit me, so it made me an outpatient, okay? But they did cover the emergency room visit because that was covered on the inpatient for whatever reason, you know. But anyway, guys, I do like Pacific Cross, as I've mentioned before, and I do have videos on that if you want to watch that. Do your homework, guys, on the VA, okay? Do your homework. A lot of you guys are coming over here on the false impression that we have a VA hospital here. Keep in mind, we do not have a VA hospital. And they're going to put you on FMP as soon as you come here. And you can sign up for FMP over in the United States before you even come here, but you need an address over here, okay? Or you can call them up and change it later. But you have to live outside the country to get that, okay? It's like if you have a Philippine address but you're planning on moving or something like that, you know, put that for now, or your girlfriend's address or whatever. And then, you know, when you get here, if you move to someplace else or a better locale or whatever, just, you know, just take care of that then, you know. So just be careful, guys, because I don't want people to get confused and stuff like that. There's a lot of confusion out there, a lot of people that are giving out false information. Some people in the comment section have put out false information saying, you know, that if you're 100% over here, you're 100% covered. My doctor specifically told me that if you're 100% over here, they'll only cover service-connected illnesses. It's not like in the United States, you know, where they might cover everything 70% above, I think it is, or something like that. You know, I'm not a VA representative or anything like that. I'm just, like I said, I'm telling you from what I see over here, okay? And when I asked my doctor about that, she did say, you know, even 100% people are only going to be treated for their service-connected illnesses, and FMP will only treat you for service-connected illnesses over here too. They're not going to treat you for other things, okay? So don't think like you can run off and get, you know, treated for a heart attack or something like that. It's not gonna work, guys. It does not work over here. I can't impress that enough over here. You know, like you really have to have that insurance. So guys, make a plan. You know, I mean, my plan works for just about everybody because it has the insurance, it has the emergency fund, and then, you know, you can add on your VA clinic thing to go up there and get treated for your service connections, and it's great because then you don't have to shell out money out of pocket when you go to see a doctor. You can get most of your prescriptions for all your service connections, stuff like that. Don't have to pay out of pocket. You can do that at the clinic, and you'll be fine. And you can go online to get your prescriptions. You know, if you need more, if they give you 6 refills, if you need another refill, you just go online and they'll mail it to you here. You know, they send it to you by some courier. So anyway, guys, take care and be sure to like and subscribe, guys, and make sure you do your homework on this. Like I said, I'm not a VA representative. Call the VA, ask these questions yourself, and you'll hear probably the same thing. And make sure you call VA Manila. And guys, you know, you really need to do homework on stuff like this. You know, you really need to do your homework, because I see way too many people falling for this false assumption that they're going to get full treatment over here. Remember, you're not going to. God bless, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.